All right, we are live now, so let's get into it.
All right.
So starting with number 3, I guess I'll read number 3. Vote as a group, should Doug accept the return offer? If it were me, I would not accept it. So I would vote no.
I agree with you. I would also vote no.
Yeah.
This one was hard for me because, well, I guess kind of like putting myself in his situation. Like, if I were me, I would vote no. But like, kind of looking at his perspective of things, he doesn't seem like super motivated to like he kind of just is doing this because he was curious to find a solution, and then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, I could make money off of this.
Yeah.
But to spare you all the time, I'll just say, yeah, I vote no as well.
All right.
Well, it does. I think the next one says, why would he take it? Like, even if everyone voted no. But yeah, I think you're right. Like, he's not a risk taker, and I think there's plenty of reasons for him to say yes to it. So, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like thinking of, he kind of just seems like a really laid back person,
Yeah.
and like $2 million for someone like that is just like, dang. Well, for any of us, but especially for him, he's just like, you know what? I got kids. I don't want to be spending too much time doing this. I should just take the money and walk away. So I think that's why he would take it. But
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking as well. If I was in his position, because it really sounds like it. I don't want to say it started out as like a hobby for him, but it just kind of. I agree. He doesn't seem like he's entirely into it and like a really big risk taker. So I mean, I could easily see him just wanting to kind of just walk away from it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I guess we can just talk about the reasons he should say no. And let's see. Wait. Sorry, I think I got mixed up. Start your discussions. So number 4 says start your discussion with those who say Doug should accept the turn offer. So we did that. Next, allow those who think he should take the offer to voice their opinions. I think that's a typo.
Yeah, we kind of covered that one too.
Yeah. Because 4 and 5 say the same thing, do they not?
Mm-hmm. Basically.
Yeah. Anyways.
All right, so I can read 6.
Okay.
How much money will Doug receive? As a group, realize that it is likely that nobody had fully correct answers to this question. Here are some hints. Since half of the buyout offer is in cash, you will need to treat it as a sale and give it to the investors at 2 times their investment cash. Since half of their buyout is preferred stocks, you will need to treat that portion of the buyout as a stock and give it to investors at 25% of the proceeds from the preferred stock. Doug's payout is what is left over after paying back his investors both the cash and the stock.
So I believe the investors initially gave him $300,000.
Yes, that's what I have.
Yeah. So he would have to pay back 600,000.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily understand the stock portion though.
Yeah, I kind of had a hard time with that too. And then, did you guys factor in the additional cash that the investors, because they had like the option to invest more money into it. Did you guys factor that in at all or no?
Mm-mm.
I didn't see
No.
that they did invest more money in it. They might have though. I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't factor that in, but I knew it said like they had the option to like it was like an extra like 150,000 or something like that. But I didn't factor that part in. So
Mhm.
I didn't either.
okay.
I don't think we
So-
had to factor that part in. There was nowhere in the case where it said they actually capitalized on the opportunity to invest the additional funds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see anything like that.
All right.
Um,
Yeah,
Stock and give. Okay, so he would keep 75% of this preferred stock, right? So
mhm.
um, he would keep 1.5 million of preferred stock and 1.4 million of cash. That's a really good buyout, I think. So I don't know.
now, is it
Mhm.
talking about the stock, the preferred stock from the YieldX business or the Turn company that
Yeah.
I think part of the offer was that they would give them 2 million in stock in their company, right?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right.
Okay.
All right.
I can read number 7, I guess.
All right, cool.
Discuss as a group, how much does Shields deserve? Why does Washington want Doug to reject the Turn offer? Won't Washington get a pretty good return on his investment? Why hold out for more? How much does Washington give up if Doug gives Shield 50% of the equity? All right, so first question, how much does Shield deserve? What do y'all think?
I didn't think he deserved as much as he was asking. I think he was asking for like 50%, right?
Yeah, he's
And to be
asking
like,
for half.
and to be considered like the co-founder. I understand that he was like taking a pay cut or would be taking a pay cut to go work there, but I think it said somewhere in the case that like the standard was like 15%, and so he's asking for a lot more.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Personally, that's just me. I don't like the idea of giving up equity in companies.
I agree. I would try to keep, you know, I think it's expected if Shields does take this position, it would be kind of expected for him to be giving up something,
Hmm.
just because that's what he's signing up for and taking a risk, just like, everybody else is taking a risk. So I don't think he quite deserved 50%. He probably deserves more than 10%, but
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, see, I think like yeah, because he was actually more, I mean, yeah, he's very important to like the success growth of the company. But at the same time, they weren't like begging him to come in, and he wasn't like doing them any favors. He was just kind of like, you should give up your venture capital job and come work with us. And I think just like the fact that this guy finally like cracked the code of what people have been trying to do for over 15 years in Silicon Valley. He was just more like kind of like intrigued by the idea of coming on and being a part of it. And I think also part of it was like, since he had done so much research and studies with it, he wanted the credit as like co-founder as well, rather than, because he had put so much time into that same kind of thing, even though he was never able to find the solution. So I think he's just kind of looking to get, the credit and the recognition for it because of the work he put in and the work that he will get things going a little bit. Obviously, I don't think he deserves that. I think they should, give him maybe around like 25 to 30% to kind of show him like, they really value him as a team member and that, the skills he has is going to really slingshot the business to success. But he's not, at the end of the day, this other guy is the one who found this solution and was able to make it a reality and deserves a lot more than just, half and half. So.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think 25 to 30% is a good number.
Let's see the next part of that question. Why does Washing want Doug to reject the offer?
I think Washing, if someone's offering to buy YieldX at this point, that means it's valuable.
Yeah.
It has a lot of potential, which is why I originally wouldn't take the deal anyways. But I think Washing sees that. He sees that it could be so much more valuable in just a few short years.
Yeah, I mean, as a venture capitalist, you're looking to, get as much out of an investment as you possibly can. And since it's so early on, just, taking a bunch of money right now, it would be a great return for the little effort that they've put in thus far. But like you're saying, if they're already willing to offer that, imagine, it's just 5 short years, what it'll be worth by then, once things are up and running. So,
Yeah.
I'd like to, like whatever his percentage was, like, whatever $1 million he would get out of it or hundreds of thousands of dollars he get, nothing to him. So,
Yeah.
maximize his investment.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to add another thought in the fact that he really hasn't had an opportunity yet to put a footprint on the company or a footprint on the revolutionary, thing that YieldX has. And part of, I think, his wanting to, keep the company running and moving is that he wants an opportunity to actually get his hand on it and like play with it and really see how it works.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
All right, so we're on question 8 now.
Yeah.
All right. Can Doug use the turn offer to his advantage if he rejects it? The only one thing I could think of is then he could leverage, if he's still looking to like possibly sell, that kind of gives him like a good starting point of okay, this is how much it's worth, and he could possibly leverage it to like a different company if they're looking to acquire him and maybe get a little bit more. But that's kind of one of the thoughts I was having.
Yeah, I think that's a good answer. Looks like next we need to read more. I don't know why. Click here to read the B case as a group vote. Should Tom hire Barr? Yes or no? Allow these who said yes to go first, then ask for opposing viewpoints. Has anyone read these yet?
Case. I have not.
Guess we can take a couple minutes to skim over it.
leadership and passion for healthy food.
So is everyone done reading it, or?
Yeah. Basically, um, I mean, in a nutshell, Shields, they need to hire a new VP for the engineers, and Shields likes this guy, John Barr, but Cosman doesn't like him, and Shields is wondering whether he should hire him against Cosman's wishes.
So does anyone think he should hire him or no?
Mm. I don't think you should hire him quite yet, but definitely keep him in the running for the next few days.
I mean, a lot of other candidates potentially that we could look at and find, not just jump out on that first one, and especially if Glassman isn't too like sold on him. I mean, it's gonna kind of be frustrating if Shields just starts making all these decisions and running the show, and kind of taking over what Glassman's already built. So, well, he hasn't built much yet, but
Yeah, I don't think they should hire him. I think they definitely need to hire someone,
Mm.
but obviously Cosman isn't sold on him, and it kind of sounds like that guy doesn't quite have a vision of what like the company is, and kind of necessarily it doesn't quite seem like he has the big picture, and so I could see where that would be frustrating for Cosman as well.
Yeah.
And then, are you guys even able to open up case C? Mine won't even open up.
Yeah, I've got it here. I'll read it real quick.
Okay, mine doesn't even open up.
6 months later, email from John Barr, who apparently is the VP of engineering, to Tom Shields. Tom, Doug continues to be disruptive. His salary is $170K. He holds the title of CTO, which I should have. His team wasn't functional and has been replaced. At the board meeting today, do the right things for the company. So, yeah, I guess we were right. He shouldn't have hired John Barr because it looks like Doug and him don't get along.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we need to decide if Tom should fire Doug. And if YieldX really needs him anymore.
I probably think they will fire Doug. I don't think they should, but I think they probably will. Because
Yeah.
it sounds like Cosman from the beginning, with how much equity he wanted in the company to begin with. It kind of sounded like he wanted to basically take it over, and then with the hiring of people he knows Doug doesn't like, it kind of sounds like they're working Doug out,
Yeah.
which is why you don't give up so much equity in your company.
Right. Exactly. But I'm guessing his stocks are probably worth more now than they were at the original buyout. I don't know that, but it sounds like the company is growing and is worth quite a bit of money. So,
Yeah, but at that point, it'd be personal. You can't. It'd be hard to just let them buy you out at that point.
I know.
yeah. Well, I think they can fire him, but he'd still own his stock. I don't know exactly how that works, but I'm pretty sure.
Right. Yeah. So they'd have to
would.
buy him out if they wanted him gone.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it was still the right choice to not take the initial offer. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong there, but
Yeah. No, I think passing on the initial offer was probably the right decision, but then after that, it sounded like he made wrong decisions.
yeah, definitely.
Well, the world of business definitely is kind of like a dog eat dog world, and initially he got into just the tech side of things. That's what his experience is in, and that's what his skills are. And I've even in the job I have currently, I've already started to see how everyone's just looking out for themselves, kind of a thing. And so him as an individual, he probably should have just, I'm not saying I would have, but him as his individual person probably should have just taken it and avoided all this headache.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably true. He probably should have just taken the buyout, and he'd be in a good financial position and wouldn't have to worry about all this.
Does it say if he gets fired or not, or no?
No, it doesn't.
All right.
All right, cool. I guess that wraps it up. Let me stop the broadcast.